Meanwhile, Israel's Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has met with Russian President Vladimir Putin for the very first time for talks focusing on Iran and other regional security issues. The two leaders also met at Russia's Black Sea resort in Sochi. Russian President Vladimir Putin hailed the warm relations between the two nations and noted that the two shared some common ground and also some opportunities for cooperation in the Middle East. Putin hoped for continuity of the trusting relationship that Russia has built with the previous Israeli governments.
I hope that despite the internal political battles over Russian-Israeli relations, your government will pursue a policy of continuity. We have developed a fairly business-oriented, trusting relationship with the previous government.
Mr. President, for more than 20 years, you have been promoting this process of deepening ties between our countries and bringing them to this level. I want to tell you on behalf of our entire country and all of our people, we see you as a very close and a true friend of the State of Israel.
Now, over the years, Russia and Israel have developed some close political, economic and cultural ties. The strong relationship has also helped the two countries tackle some delicate and very divisive issues, such as the situation that is unfolding in Syria, where Moscow has teamed up with Tehran to shore up the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's rule. And this, of course, puts them in direct conflict, possible conflict with the Americans and the Israelis, who also seek to operate in certain zones in Syria.
As you know, we have been making efforts to help restore Syria's statehood and to strengthen it. There are also problems here, quite a lot of them. At the same time, there is also common ground and opportunities for cooperation, especially in terms of the fight against terrorism.
The two leaders also held talks on efforts to halt the Iranian military's nuclear program. The Israelis view Iranian entrenchment on its northern front line as a bit of a threat for them. Israel has repeatedly struck what it describes as Iran-linked facilities in Syria. Moscow, meanwhile, has played a very delicate diplomatic game of maintaining friendly ties with both Israelis and with the Iranians, although the Russians actually operate along with the Iranians in Syria. Now, Russia happens to be one of the international parties that negotiated the 2015 nuclear deal with Iran. The deal fell apart in 2018 after the American president described the deal as the worst negotiated deal in American history and decided to unilaterally walk out of it. The Biden administration is trying to make some feeble efforts to try and revive the deal with other international powers, a step that Israel strongly opposes. According to a Kremlin spokesperson, Putin's talks with Naftali Bennett is the last in-person meeting for the Russian president, who will temporarily cut off face-to-face interactions with other world leaders due to the rising number of COVID-19 infections within Russia. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.